What do you do when you sell a piece of furniture the day after you took it to the booth and you don't have one ready? You scramble looking for something to paint, and what I found to paint was an old Victrola cabinet that I turned into a wine cabinet. Watch and see. I found this old Victrola cabinet at a thrift store. It already had the record player taken out. I puttied the holes on the side closed, and I cleaned the piece. Yes, I had to remove that plate thing too. We put a piece of wood in the top, and I painted it with DIY Old School, which is a gray. I just painted the inside with this to cover that hideous red. Even though the outside was already painted black, I wanted to coat a little black dress on it, so I painted the whole piece with a coat of little black dress. Once the little black dress was dry, I covered the whole piece in Big Top. Big Top is our sealer and finish. When the Big Top was dry, I chose the Wallflower Iron Orchid Designs transfer to put on the piece to give it some color. It comes in a pad with 8 sheets. It can fit together to make one large picture, or you can cut it apart and use as you wish. I decided to cut it apart and use it as different pieces. Be sure you have sealed your piece with something like Big Top first. That makes the transfer adhere much easier. You can buy this transfer at goodsandvintagetreasures.com or online at Etsy at Goods and Vintage. I also sell the transfers at Just Around the Corner in Lincolnton, North Carolina, and I sell the DIY paint on my website, Goods and Vintage Treasures, and also at Picket Fence Antiques and More in Newton, North Carolina. I place the transfers on top of the piece, on the sides of the piece, and also on the front doors of the piece. I wanted the pieces on the front to blend together, as you can see where they connect, and I wanted to make sure I had it just exactly right to fit them together. Once I had them placed and I rubbed it on, I used my X-Acto knife to cut the edge of it. So in 2 days, allowing some drying time for all the different coats, I was able to finish this piece and get it into my booth. Problem solved. Is to coat the transfer again with a coat of Big Top. This will seal in the transfer and protect it. I added a wine rack to the open shelf. At the bottom is storage for wine, and on top you can open it up and put hors d'oeuvres. Turned out to be a wonderful piece, and it's in my store, ready for its new home. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and Don't forget to subscribe to Goodson Vintage Treasures for more YouTube videos on how to use DIY paint and Iron Orchid Designs, both of which you can buy at goodsonvintagetreasures.com. I'll drop the links down below.